No. Lucio.
Oh, this is my jam.
To damage Uther. We got this.
I will fight to my last breath. For the frozen throne.
The Uther player says, thank Christ, someone who will go double support. Who wouldn't want to go double support? It's so dope right now. The dopest. Who could we use since they banned out Alarak? Or they banned out Anubarak. Sonya is dope. Can't. Okay. Zarya? Okay. Well, we went from our tank bruiser to just our tank, but it's not awful. It's okay, since Uther is kind of a frontliney dude. I hate Towers of Doom, so I don't fucking care. I hate that map. Who didn't you give a chance? Uther or Lucio or Zul? I don't know who we're actually talking about anymore. I got caught up in fucking hating Towers of Doom. How are you feeling tonight, Kai? Like in the middle. I sprayed some of that chloroseptic spray on my throat, so I can't actually feel it. It's pretty numb, which is good. Nox, can you not? Nox. Nox, my phone is gonna die. I don't want to turn on your bad boy collar.
Where we going again? All right.
Okay, so how am I gonna play Lucio today? We're in double support. Pretty much means that Uther is gonna do damage and I'm just gonna be Lucio. I'm gonna go with the usual, the meta pick of Accelerando, which increases your wall ride speed gradually as you wall ride. Sometimes I take We Move Together to give more movement speed to my team, but there's a lot of places on the shrines here to kind of bip-bop around, so I'm gonna bip-bop it up. It's fine. Arthas is capable of solo taking. He might not like it, I don't know, but he can do it. Is Uther viable as a solo support? There's a build for Uther that works as a solo support. It's not his strongest build, and it doesn't get the most value out of Uther, but you can totally do it. I think if you're drafting Uther, like in ranked, and you specifically pick Uther, you should probably try to draft him into double support because it's much stronger. However, if you somehow get pushed into picking Uther, or you're in quick match where you just happen to be solo Uther, you can make it work. Why do people go 5 mid? It's at one point, or even now, there are sometimes team comp. Nox, come on, man. I can't turn my phone on, please. There are teams that can get an early kill and deny the enemy team's rotation. This is really obnoxious. Obnoxious! Stop it. But most teams and most, let's say, players aren't capable of the coordination to pull off that, like, early before the... Nova! Stop it, Nova. It's the demons. Now it's both dogs. And it's been established that Nova can't sense demons, only Nox. The idea, though, is if you have a team that has a strong early game, you go mid, you get a pick, and then you do whatever rotation you're going to do. So you have a slight XP advantage, and you put the enemy team on the back foot. Most teams don't get that first pick, and they just miss a wave of XP because they dick around here. But whatever. Obnoxious, he really is being. He's been barking a lot today, too. Are you a full-time streamer? Yes. How many subs do you have? What are we at, 237? We're looking for that 250 mark. Alright, the next talent we're going to take on Lucio, and this you pretty much take 100% of the time, is Subwoofer. The closer the enemy is to you, the farther it pushes them when you hit them with your boop. That's all. Just push people farther away. Keeps you safer, lets you set up some more combos with your boops. You just fucking boop them. We're gonna boop the shit out of these guys. Get out of here. Try to protect Arthas. Because we were not gonna get that kill on Falstad. Got Varian instead. Okay. Get out of here, zombies. So you don't like taking any of the quest talents on Lucio. You could take maximum tempo, I guess. I have two problems with maximum tempo. The first one being you have to have the crossfade speed boost active, right? And trusting your teammates, and I play mostly Hero League, so they're randoms, to get the kills in that window, it's either hard for you to time it right or hard for them to time it right. It doesn't really work out. And it can also hamper your healing because if it was a more organized team, it might work better. But for things as they are in Hero League, I don't see that one being the best choice. Also, Accelerando is just really, like, I mean, it helps your positioning so much. The reason that I like We Move Together when I take it is that you can use it to have some extra, if you're using it to escape, your team needs to run, like right here, your initial speed is faster, so you can escape a little better. Alright, so now we're at 7. What are we going to take? We're going to take Party Mix, and I'm pretty sure this is standard for most builds. Some people do take Boombox, but sorry, I was concentrating. Party Mix, you just play your music for people. The more people you play it for, the faster it ramps up, and then you get a larger radius. Boombox would work if you feel like your team is going to be, like, in a team fight, very spread out. So much so that the extra distance isn't going to help, but you want, like, a boombox over here, and you're, like, over here. This is a really easy quest because you just play your shit. You just play your like music, play your shit. Quest stacks. We're getting stacks right here. It stacks fairly quickly, especially in a 5-man team fight. For my solo support Uther, you take the Wave of Light talent at 1. If you want to see it, I have a link to it on my Heroes Fire page. Oh, maybe I don't. Maybe that's a bakery build and I don't have it on mine. Yeah, it's bakery. It's bakery's Heroes Fire page. I have a video on it if you watch it on YouTube. Alright, so we're just hanging out. We're playing music for Arthas here. If we want to throw them into the team fight, we can change to our speed now. Arthas speed boosted in is a terrifying thing. But right now we're just keeping our team up. I haven't actually looked at Uther's build to see if he's doing the damage build or the healing build. I assume he's doing the damage build because he wanted it, but alright, we just wall rode out of there, had extra speed so we didn't get killed by those spiders, and now we're back in with our team. Lucio's pretty mana efficient. You can stay in team fights for a long time. He has a lot of sustain. We're gonna get away from this. One of the things with Lucio is deciding, should you be healing or should you be speed boosting? I try to be really conservative with it and default to healing more than speed. And I use the speed if my team is engaging and I want them to engage, or if we're running away and I want to help them escape. If you have a more aggressive team or a team you're comfortable with, you can keep the speed on more of the time. But like I said, I try to play him really conservatively when I'm playing with people I don't know. I always take Sound Barrier, right? The Bro Shield is a really effective ult. It's a lot of protection. It's a fairly short cooldown. It's just awesome. No with Lucio. It's possible to be with Lucio, but he's pretty mana efficient as far as things go. Let's see what Uther's doing. I'm not really familiar with this build at all, but he's doing fine, you know? He's doing stuff. Arthas Lucio is the doom you can never escape. Yeah, pushing that slow, super fast into the enemy team they can never escape. See that big knockback? I pushed him into the team there. We probably could have killed him anyway. We have a lot of CC, but that's one of the things you can do with Lucio. That's really fun. I like him as a support that you feel very impactful because you can do things like that. Hey, there's my bro shield. So this is an 8-minute win. Okay, well, alright. I wanted to talk about the rest of the Lucio build, but I guess we don't get to do that. I'll show you here in a second, but that's how you win the video game. Yay! GGG! It's awesome games tonight. Hey, and this is our friend Stargamer again. He played with us last game. Now he played with us this game. It's our whole team, too! Woo! I'm gonna vote for him. He was worried about picking Vala, that we didn't pick a second bruiser, but you know what? Arthas is perfectly capable of solo tanking. He works in double tank as well. He's just incredibly strong, but it's okay that he was solo tank. You finished your quest when the core was at 5%. Woo! It's pretty fast, though. I mean, for finishing that quest. I'm going to show you the rest of the Lucio build, because I feel like we were interrupted. Got a level on Lucio. Player level 901. Yay! Alright. So, let's leave. Go look at Lucio really quick. Alright, Lucio. Abilities, talents. Okay. So, again, I took Accelerando just for that extra movement speed to escape. Shrines is a really great one for Accelerando because there's those little just like rocks and shit around the shrine, so you have a lot of places to use that movement speed. Subwoofer for the more pushback, the closer, like you saw me do with Varian at the end there. Whoa! 901 bits! Thank you! Zedmata. Alright, I expected a message, but there wasn't one. Oh god, Lucio, please. That was... Alright, so the fun thing I did with Varian and that I like doing with Subwoofer is when you can speed boost around somebody and then push them super far back into your team is really dope. 7, party mix, which I am told I completed at the core being 5%. So...
He's giving me a killer idea for a track. Oh, I wonder if Blizzard would let me sample it.
Alright, Lucio, I need you to stop talking so I can finish this. Multiple allies provide additional time. So when you're healing, like, in a 5-man team fight, you finish this quest really fast. 10, we took Sound Barrier because it's awesome. 13, we were going to take Back in the Mix. It's a heal when you get stunned, silenced, or whatever. It's just really helpful for survivability, right? If they stun you, you just... One thing you can take instead of this... I really wish you would shut up. One thing you can take if you're not worried about stuns being on the enemy team or the enemy team has a lot of auto attackers, hardstyle isn't bad. Or beat mixing to gain a shield when you switch crossfade tracks, and beat mixing works really well with the level 20 talent. How do you even bonus track? I was just saying how do you even say that, but I don't know. But if you take beat mixing and then you take bonus track, that can be really dope. But 16, you always take, how do you say this? I always say rejuvenescia. I don't know how you actually say it, but you always take this. Heals for a percentage of life, so it gives Lucio huge healing. This is one of his most important, most OP talents, makes Lucio a god at 16.
Everything's moving so fast, it feels like I'm standing still. Oh,
yeah.
man.
Right, so somebody in chat just said that completing an 8-minute quest after only a minute of play is good. It's because each additional ally hit counts as their, like, increases the time. So I was healing 5 people at once, so that made it go 5 times faster. Alright, and then at 20, you can take bonus track. This will give you a shit ton of healing, and we said it pairs with hardstyle. Or you could take Bossa Nova to have your reduce the cooldown of your bro shield to 30 seconds. You can just basically bro shield every conceivable team fight, and it's hilarious and awesome. I usually take Bossa Nova because it's really funny, but you can get a lot of healing out of bonus track. And if you took beat mixing, it goes really well with bonus track. So that's the Lucio build that I would have done if the game didn't end in 8 minutes. Yeah, Lucio's really good. He's one of the